Hi, my name is Joy. I love indoor gardening, and today I'm going to share the life story of my prayer plant and the few lessons that I've learned along the way. I bought my prayer plant from Costco 4 years ago. As you can see in this picture, at the time it was so pretty, full of leaves, glossy leaves with prominent veins. It did quite well. In a few months, it produced many new leaves, but at the same time, the old leaves have become spindly, so I had it reported. This is where I made my first mistake. I reported it with a pot which was 2 sizes larger. I wanted to do the plant and myself a favor of not reporting it too soon in the next year. Surprisingly, it survived the reporting. And more surprisingly, it bloomed. At first, there was only one single tiny flower, a white flower at the base of the plant, but it was so fragrant. The plant continued to bloom throughout the summer. Soon, the base of the plant was filled with clusters of white tiny flowers, and the entire room was perfumed by their scent. The problem was, the plant had stopped growing more leaves. In spite of its abundant flowers, it looked quite sad. Most of the gardening websites suggested stopping the blooming in order to make the plant produce more new leaves, so I removed the flowers and the buds as well. Obviously, my plan of not reporting the plant for the following year had worked very well. For the following 2 years, there hardly were any more new leaves, but rather the plant was losing leaves. Little did I know that by reporting it with a 2 sizes larger pot, I had forced the plant to do more underground work rather than above the ground work. So the plant was digging deeper into the soil to establish more roots rather than producing more leaves above the soil. Unfortunately, I don't have any pictures taken during the 2 years after reporting, and this picture with a single flower was taken in spring of 2020. And by then, the plant has lost more leaves and it was very thin. So again, I thought it's time to report or do something, change soil. When I freed the roots from the soil, I was shocked by what I saw. These were not any roots that I was expecting. These were strings of beads and bulbs. I was so afraid that my prayer plant had turned into a monster, so I threw it off and ran to my computer. Then I Googled for more information, and I was so relieved to know that these are normal roots for a prayer plant. Then I went ahead and rinsed off the remaining soil from the roots. This is where I made my second mistake. Transplanting is stressful to any plant, and by rinsing it under cold tap water, I have just added insult to injury. Due to the shock from reporting, within a few days, the plant lost a stem with 2 leaves, and one of the leaves was a newly sprout leaf. That new leaf never got to unfurl, and I felt so guilty. As soon as the first snow came in October, I collected snow and saved the snow water specifically for my prayer plant. My efforts paid off. The prayer plant stopped losing any more leaves and produced more leaves. It looks healthy and happy again. As I close, let me share the few lessons that I've learned. Lesson number 1. When reporting, report with a pot which is 1 size larger than the old pot. Lesson number 2. Don't rinse the roots during reporting. Lesson number 3. Prayer plant requires low light. Quite a few websites suggested a north-facing window. I'm moved my prayer plant around in different rooms of my house, I discovered that my prayer plant is the happiest in its current location, which is 1 meter away from a west-facing window. It's receiving indirect sunlight from a window blind, which has half of the slats open. Lesson number 4. Distilled water, rain or snow water, suit prayer plant the best. What a plant plans to do next is always a mystery to me. As for me, I plan to do a follow-up video next year, and let's see how my prayer plant turns out then. Thank you for watching. Bye.